Hello, everyone, and my name is Ravenwood, and welcome back to the RWBY Volume 7 Crew Commentary Note. I'm your host, Ravenwood, and for today's chapter, it's going to be Chapter 12, featuring Dustin, Connor, Carrie, Eddie, and Carrie. And I'm not going to add any pictures in this slide because I don't. Oh, I mean in this. Well, yeah, in this slide, I'm not gonna put any pictures in this slide because this is a rather short thing. Short. These notes are quite short for this chapter, especially for this chapter, and I think that's because of the fact that the crew commentary, the crew commentary notes, when it comes to like chapters that have fight scenes and whatnot, they just quickly just jot down the thoughts for it. If it's like nothing, like the animators did most of the work in this episode. There was not much writing details to go in here, so they just put their thoughts into small bullet points. And I'm not saying that they didn't have any huge effort or there was not any huge story in the episodes where it was just fights, whatever. It's just that there's not that much fights. There's not much time in each episode to have story development and a fight, or that just rarely happens. They can only discuss like who and why, who and what side wins and why, and the reason for it. That's all. Literally, in my opinion, technically, Team RWBY don't have to win. They could easily somehow like get Team Funky to like help them escape or something, like like have a series where they're actually in jail or something like that. Something cool like a escape prison arc or something like that. Or maybe admit that they were wrong, or just or grow up and realize that maybe you don't have to sacrifice, and maybe you can't save everyone. But there's a whole lot of tangents. I don't want to go into like the whole nitty gritty of like criticism of the show and the criticism of morality and criticism of, well, not criticism, morality, but the moral choices and whatnot. Or probably what was a better idea or whatnot. Or a long list of things. That could have happened, probably should not have happened in Volume 7. And it just leaks, and because of Volume 7, it just leaks into Volume 8. If I've been following says is right about how each separate volume is its own separate canon, but the only problem with that statement is that there's stuff in the previous volumes that still leak into the next volume. But like but his statement is somewhat true because there's some things that they just completely the characters just completely forget about what happened in the previous volume or something like that, or they don't do, or they're just not smart enough, or etc. 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 And I could probably go on and on about how each individual character is either stupid, dumb, or just not thinking. Maybe I could go on a rant on like why did the writers decide this, that, and all the bahoonie. But I just want to talk about the notes here, from the thoughts that they have from the notes, right? I want to talk about that stuff, right? Now I might do a video, I've been thinking like I might do a video covering on their actual thoughts. Like I've been told that they've done an actual recording of themselves talking and whatnot. And there's an actual video footage of them talking to each other about the writing of Volume 7. I'll have to look into that. But as far as I know, I'll either repeat my thoughts onto there. If that video exists, the problem with me covering a video on that, if that video exists, then it'd be just me repeating the same statements here. If these statements are still true, or if there's new statements that are on that video that the Redditor did not post, then fine. Okay, fine. I'll probably rewatch it. I'll probably rewatch it. If there's a video out there of the crew of Volume 7, the crewbie of Volume 7, talking and debating about, oh, here's our thoughts about RWBY Volume 7. Here's what we did and what we could have done or whatever, or what we didn't do, and yada 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 yada. I might do that. I might cover a video. But if it's literally the same thing, literally this Redditor didn't leave out a single thing, then congrats, Redditor. But if the Redditor did leave out a few things, then I'll probably watch some of that stuff. What I'll do is probably skip some points of the video or whatnot, or videos depending on how long it is, and so yeah. Anyways, continue. Let's get to the actual video itself, and plus I want to get this out of the way. I could put like pictures at the bottom of the screen to fill in the gap, that blue gap. But I decided not to. I have energy to do that for some videos, and I just don't have energy to do that with this video. It depends on the mood I am during the week, and also depends on the fact that I just want to get this done. You know, I've got other projects to do, and so this doesn't have to be too pretty. It just has to be this. Anyways. They wanted to have a false sense of resolution in the previous episode, just to blow everything up here. Okay, I guess. Eddie handled the Aesop's versus RWBY and Winter scenes, while Kersey handled the rest. Yay! This explains it. Okay. Well, I could probably do a breakdown of the entire fight. Yeah. I'll have to. Eventually. Gosh. It just feels. It feels worse than Volume 5's situation. Oh, speaking of Volume 5, Carrie learned from Volume 5 that having everyone in one room for a fight doesn't work well. Well, here's the thing, Carrie. You did the same thing. It's just no. The thing is, you can have fights in a room. I don't fucking care if you have a fight in outer space. The problem is that you had the characters fight in a room, and the camera angles were freaking everywhere, and and the fight scenes didn't make not the fight scenes, the fight stuff, the stuff that was happening in that fight didn't make any sense whatsoever. Literally, if you replaced Team RWBY with some other team, then you should have had that entire team killed off, and then Team RWBY then arriving late. They're like, oh no! They gotta like, quick, let's try to solve the situation, and then that would have been probably made more sense. Probably. You should have written instead of killing off a team off screen, which you did. There was a team that was in the Beacon Academy, the Media Arena arc, the tournament of Bauer, where the characters fight each other. During that arc, you had like a team from Mistral, but then I've been told, or at least I think from what I've read from the Fall of Beacon's story, that apparently they just were killed off. Okay, fine. Pack up your bags, leave, guys, because this entire team is dead. No, you could instead of like having them in the volume, you could have had like, oh my god, now I think about it, that was supposed to be like a side thought, but now that I'm actually thinking about it, having the teams from different kingdoms fighting alongside Team RWBY, right? Instead of Team Juniper being the side team every single volume and having insert miles, follow them everywhere. You could have literally have done that instead, and had the different teams for, and not just maybe not just the different teams from that, like you're willing to have Team Sun or Seasons, the Sun or Team Seasons, go out into the desert and get that other relic, right? And you literally had the Team Coffee go out and get the same relic, right? Two teams are not in point. The two teams are completely diverge from the world of RWBY. Hey, technically, you didn't need to have Sun, not the team, but Sun Wukong, because of the fact that the mission happened after. Literally, you just wrote Sun into the story because you wanted the team, the two teams to be a complete set. I think the rest of Team Sun is in the Fall Beacon. I don't remember. All I remember is that Sun and Neptune were in the book series. And Team Coffee's in the book series. Anyways, regardless of all of that, the tangent, you could have had the entire team, right? You could have entire Team RWBY or whatever, RWBY with other characters other than Jean's team. Literally, Jean's team just needs to go home. Like, oh no, their leader, or not the leader, their fourth member is dead. Let's just go home. I feel like that's what should have happened, honestly, but no. You decided to have, instead of adding more characters or using other established characters that are in the story, you decided to like just have these characters because we want to resolve Pierre's nigger's death, or maybe just not. And this is where I disagree with rewriting RWBY or fixing. No, it's called Raymond McNeil's or Kill the Phoenix. The Phoenix production. Gosh, we just need to stick with one name. Fixing RWBY series. With the Fixing RWBY, he kept the idea of Team Juniper minus the P. And he had that team go with Team RWBY, right? Not spoiling anything else other than that. But the only thing else he did was like fix their outfits and whatnot, or had the sketchy huntsman fix the outfits and whatnot. But like, literally, in my opinion, I think like, if you're going to like fix RWBY or change, if you really wanted to change anything with Team Juniper or whatever, have them as a side story. Maybe, yeah, sure, filler. No one likes filler, but sometimes filler is good. It adds episodes, adds seasons, and all the other stuff. It adds more flavor. Okay, right now you're just making the right now you're just making the you're just baking a cake but adding no flavor. It's just bread essentially, with sugar and whatnot. Okay, you're not baking a cake for a birthday. You're just baking the cake and calling it a day. I could go on and on and on and on and on about how messed up Volume 5 is, and how messed up, how lack of world building, how the lack of the teams, the lack of characters in RWBY, and how you could easily just fix Volume 5. But we're not here for Volume 5, we're here for Volume 7. Now let's move on. The fight didn't work well because you screwed up the fight. The fight in a room can happen, and it can happen, and several fights in several rooms happen, like the lunchroom, the cafeteria fight that you had. That happened. That was in a room. Oh, what? Wait, is your excuse that that you just don't know how to fight? What's your excuse? Is it fighting in rooms or not? Or the animators don't know how to have a fight in a room for shit? Or the animators that replaced the animators from volume 1 through 3. I know that Montian wasn't the only animator. I know for a fact that there were other animators other than Montian that from volume 1 to 3. Yeah, sure, he animated most of the fights from volume 1 and 2, but volume 3 he was dead. Who animated that? Who animated all the other room fights scenes? And it's just stupid. Don't say stupid stuff, Carrie. Eddie is big Weiss stan. Hey, listen, I'll fight with Eddie on this one. Weiss, I can understand why Eddie likes Weiss the most. She has the best backstory. She has the best. She's probably the most. She's probably in my opinion, the most well written character in RWBY. It should be called a WRBY or something. I don't know. Literally, Weiss should be the main character for the series. But and that's because of the fact that she's just well written, right? To be honest, it should be where all the characters are well written, right? And I could understand why he likes Weiss. And I guess he likes it's either that or it's probably he likes the appeal of children who grew up in an abusive wealthy home or a very shallow family or something like that, etc., etc., etc. Or maybe he likes girls with white hair. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume. I can guess all day, but and poke at the stick. But poke the subject with a stick. But I'm not gonna keep on. Yeah, I'm not gonna assume. I'm gonna guess, but I'm not gonna assume. And I myself, a big Weiss stan or fan. Well, fan, whatever you want to call it. Stan is essentially a fan who's like, oh, every other character is bad, or I don't like any character in the show but this character. That's essentially what a stan is. I don't know if it's possible for you to stan multiple characters. Probably. Depends. Like, maybe if you only stan / like 5 characters. Every other character is just non-important to you. But then with that aside, okay. Like, that's not important to volume 7, which I find is a bit hilarious that they dedicated to put this as a point. Put this as like a writing, like, we wrote this. And this is important. These are important facts that you need to know about the writers and the writing process of Volume 7. Eddie is a Weiss stan. I could see that. They, like how. uh, anyways, Clover has no idea who he's up against with Tyrion, and thinks of Crow as the big threat, as well as Tyrion manipulating Crow. Despite having a profile of Tyrion, how he murdered, and the fact that Tyrion mass murdered the MILF moms. Okay, there was a huge MILF mom massacre, right? And the fact that like, did Crow just not tell Clover after he like. Like after they first fought, or before they were fighting Tyrion, did Crow not tell anyone that? Oh, hey, maybe we shouldn't fight Tyrion. He almost killed me once. I made a deal with the darkness. Poison. No, that didn't happen. I don't think that any of that happened. Apparently with this, like, apparently to Clover, none of that happened. So, like, why? Why is he this stupid? Why is Crow didn't, like, warn, like, hey, Robin, hey, Clover, there's something you should know. I faced Tyrion once before. I think he's serious shit. You know, he's so serious. Despite the fact that he's crazy, he's a serious-ass serial killer. He nearly killed me once. I don't know if that's I don't know if that has to do with his semblance or my semblance or something like that. But like literally, damn, he's a really serious fighter. Don't even invite him to play Smash Brothers with him. Okay, he'll kill you. But no, apparently that didn't happen. The conversation didn't happen. Crow was so dumb that he didn't tell Robin Hill and Clover that Tyrion was a serious threat. The man that casually poisoned he casually poisoned Tyrion. Tyrion. Oh no! The fact that I'm not editing this is funny. The fact that Tyrion casually poisoned Crow. Okay, like let's keep that in mind. This is all casual. Okay, he's not a serious threat, guys. Let's just arrest him. Let's fight him and go home. It's either Clover is that stupid or Crow is that stupid. And here's another thing. There's a lot of things that would happen with this fight that was so stupid. Like, holy crap. It's either they purposely written to where Robin Hill is stupid. Like if they come out and said, yo, yeah, we wrote Robin Hill to be stupid. And that's because this is the character flaw that we're going with Robin Hill. That she's stupid. She's so stupid that she starts fights. She goes into bars and just fights the bartender, thinking that he's a ponytail when he actually has a mullet or something. Oh no! I'm gonna get in trouble. Anyways, so we've established that either Crow's stupid, Robin's so stupid, Tyrion's already stupid. So I like he just kills people because he wants to, and he thinks that Mommy Salami is his queen and savior or something like that. I don't know. And then the Clover has no idea who he's going up against with Tyrion, despite the fact that they just fought him, and despite the fact that Tyrion was the one that crashed the plane. Oh, well, let's just forget about that as well. So, yeah, and Tyrion manipulating Crow, That's also stupid because, well, no, that actually works because if Crow is stupid, then that works, right? The Tyrion manipulating Crow. Hey, despite the fact that you're suggesting that I help you or something like that, all right? Or fuck it. Just, I could probably go on. I've probably forgotten so much about the fight that I might mess up and say something stupid. But like, still, like, holy shit, this fight was so stupid that Crow sided with Tyrion, despite the fact that he could side with Clover. And the fact that there's someone who's defending Crow. Literally, they're not just one guy. There's probably several other people who are defending Crow's stupidity, saying that he should fight Clover because of the fact he didn't want to get arrested. That is so stupid. If I was Crow and I didn't want to get arrested, but there's an actual serial killer fighting off the cop or something like that, and I have a chance to like maybe convince the cop not to arrest me because yeah, sure, I did steal money, but this guy's a serial killer. Maybe if I save the cop's life, maybe the cop would just like bend. Maybe the cop would what's the phrase when you look the other way? You know, maybe the cop would like, yeah, I'll let you go. Just don't steal again. And like, just thanks for saving my life. Or if he does arrest me, at least the serial killer is dead. Cause like, heroism, right? Right? I'd rather go to jail, right? Knowing that I stopped a serial killer, right? Or then going to jail knowing that, oh, fuck, I didn't stop the serial killer. And now the serial killer killed another person. This is stupid. Crow made a deal with the darkness because he's stupid. I'm so sorry. I don't want to like this show. Oh no, I do like this show. Correction, I do like this show, and I guess because of the fact that I like to laugh at the characters, how stupid the characters are, or how stupid the writing is, that it makes me just like sit and just laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking this show seriously, I might as well just sit back, kick back, and laugh at it. Moving on. Yeah, times 27. Yeah, let's make this a long video for short notes. for a chapter that has short notes, I'm gonna make this long. I'm gonna make this thing super ass long. Clover saw both Crow and Tyrion on the wrong side of the law, cause he's the law man. So he felt like he had to fight both of them no matter what. Okay, fine. He's so stupid that he decided that despite the fact that the serial killer, the guy who killed several MILF moms, right, is just as equal as a threat as the guy who helped me arrest him in the first place. Not arrest me, arrest him in the first place. Jesus, what type of kink is going on here? No, listen. So, see, it's so stupid. You just want to sit and laugh at it. It's either you want to run and scream and pull your hair out, or you just laugh at it. This is the mentality I want to go in from now on. Okay, that if I think a scene is so stupid, I just like, okay, this is so stupid. I might as well, instead of getting angry at it, I'm just gonna laugh. Okay, like I don't see how this show can break me anymore at this point. And maybe I am broken, but who knows? Oh no. uh, I could probably go on so many tangents here, like like how dumb Clover is for like choosing that they're both equally bad, or if it, like the I understand like he like oh Ironwood he's commanding me to arrest um he's commanding me to arrest Crow. I almost forgot his name for a second there. But however, if you think about it, he also has a command to arrest Tyrion, right? So complete the first mission. Like complete each mission in order. Like let's just say hypothetically, if I was Clover, okay. Oh no, the guy we just arrested, who can kill more MILF moms, is now getting away. He crashed a plane, and he might kill me. So let's. Oh no, Crow. He's apparently he's apparently also wanted by Ironwood. So let's say this is such a hard choice. Do I pick the one who's less of a threat to me, and just like do I fight him, the guy who's less of a threat, or the guy who's more of a threat? Yeah, I'll go with the guy who's more of a threat. You know, I'll arrest Tyrion, and maybe hopefully, just arrest Tyrion, and maybe hopefully that my judgment is right. Let's hope that my judgment is right here, and then that Crow's not a threat, right? I don't. It's not that I have amnesia or something going on. It's not like I have. I forget what it's called, but like where you like have short-term memory loss. It's clearly that I don't have that, because I remember that I have to arrest Crow, right? So I should be able to remember that that he tried to negotiate on the plane. It was only Robin Hill, who I should also arrest now because she assaulted me, right? So there's now 3 people I should arrest, right? Okay, Robin Hill's on the ground. She's knocked out. Okay, I'll arrest her later when she wakes up. And I'll have to make sure that she's nice and healed up, maybe. But no, Tyrion, he's got that mechanical tail that could just jab him in my eye. And then Crow, you know, he seems like he's a nice dude. So I'll arrest Tyrion. Nope. Nope. That didn't happen. He decided to attack. Clover decided to attack Crow and Tyrion because why not? Let's 2 birds, 1 stone, or 3 birds in this case. They made sure that Team RWBY can't just stomp on the Aesops, but still show their teamwork. Teamwork, guys. Teamwork. Despite the fact that the Aesops are also a team. You know, plus the lack of Clover there didn't allow the team to have a cheat code. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit, because when was Clover when Elm used the rocket launcher? Bullshit. I call bullshit. The team Aesops can work alone without Clover. And they can work alone well without Clover. Especially when they work with Team RWBY as well. So, like, that's bullshit. Let's see. Let's forget Clover for here a second. Technically, you have a cheat code called Marrow, who can literally stop the opponents by just pointing the finger at the entire team and like, well, my job's here is done. That's one thing that's kind of makes me mad. That the like power scaling and whatnot, or not just power scaling, but like the powers and abilities don't make sense. This is another episode they had to trim down in length. I copied that again, but anyways, I don't care. They trim down the episodes, and they have to make certain episodes longer because let's put in the laugh here. Let's put this here. Let's add stuff that's not important. Let's put a Renora kiss, the Renora scene, the Lyran saying "Oh, sir" scene. That's important. These fluffy stuff and fluffy details and whatnot, they're more important than actual development. You know, the scene where Yang takes a picture with Blake and eating cake is more important than Yang thanking Ironwood for the arm. Yeah, that's more important. We have to trim down, we have to swap things out, we have to do this, we have to do that. Oh no. I mentioned this every episode of this, where they trim things, they cut things out, they pull things in, they do this, they do that, they do a lot of things that they want to do versus they should do, and all the other stuff. They plan to do this, but then they end up doing that instead because of priorities. Their priorities is the fluff and filler, or not filler, but like icing. The icing and the sprinkles is their icing and sprinkles. Is more important than what the instructions say on the box. Like, let's just make up our own icing and sprinkles. And then when you get a shit cake, then you like complain to the company like, hey, something's wrong with our cake. Well, did you use our icing and our sprinkles? No, we made up our own icing and sprinkles. Well, I can see why. Oh my gosh. Cinder was always going to lay waste to the medical facility and attack Winter. So that's what happened to the medical facility. There was apparently a question like what happened to the medical facility in Volume 8. Well, people forgot, and people forgot that Cinder killed the medical team. People also forget people are still asking questions. What happened to the rest of the military? And well, that's for another subject for another day for Volume 8. They wanted to do a Crow versus Tyrion rephrasal. Yeah. Yeah, but you ended up having to where instead of Tyrion getting cut, Tyrion still wins. Tyrion didn't lose a tail this time though. Tyrion won. He killed someone. This time he was more successful. There was no ramifications for Tyrion. No, nor there were any ramifications for Crow other than Clover. There was just more stupidity. Yada, I say. And this wasn't even a Crow versus Tyrion fight. This was a Crow and Tyrion versus Clover. Now, if you're saying that, they want to have a third fight, a third potential interaction, where Tyrion fights Crow one last time, a final showdown, then that's probably where they're going. Oh no. I can almost just imagine Crow, son, and Tyrion in the middle of the desert, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then they all have like the guns out and drawn and whatever, and then they fire and all three of them die. Carrie said he loves Clover. Yeah. That's important to know about writing. How the crew wrote Volume 7, Chapter 12, apparently. It's the same energy as Eddie liking Weiss. I don't care about that. But apparently Carrie likes Clover so much that Tyrion had to kill him. It was crazy for Crow to meet someone that was generally a good person. No, you're... What? That's not a state... That's not even realistic. Are you... Thank you, Belle, for telling me it's time to go. Hold on. Like, are you telling me that it's crazy for Crow to meet a genuinely good person? So this entire time, Crow has been hanging out with with disingenuous bad people. Oh my gosh! This changes everything! That's all I have. I just found out something. Crow is actually the symbolic character of roaming around remnant with evil bastards. Yeah, sure, they're children, but like they're actually bad people. He can't. This, like it says here, it's crazy for Crow to meet someone that was generally a good person. So Crow is hanging out with bad people, disingenuous, bad people. They're all bad people. Holy crap. Jean will become a mass murderer with a sword, a paladin, a mass murdering paladin. Nora would become the Red Hulk or something, evil Thor or whatever. Lyren will start as also becoming a mass murderer. I can't think of anything for Lyren. You got Crow, who's just a bad luck charm. You got Team RWBY, who like Yang is punching everyone's balls out. Volume 1 reference. Yeah, he's and she's Blake Belladonna. She's making sure that she becomes the next freaking Adam. She's becoming the next Adam. And then you got Weiss, who's just becoming just as not beautiful, just as evil as Jacques Schnee. Oh my gosh. I just cracked RWBY. I just solved everything. I've solved the story, the plot. It's crazy for the Crow to meet someone that was a genuinely good person because it's the whole plot. The show is secretly about Crow this entire time. Holy crap! This is the end of the episode.